Welcome to the very first episode of this podcast. In the coming weeks, we will explore the deeper layers of the spiritual journey, the process that awakens you, transforms you, and leads you to your highest self. We will talk about spiritual awakening, energy work, intuitive wisdom, emotional healing, manifestation through identity, and creating the life of your dreams. But before any of that can unfold, we need to begin where every awakening truly starts. It's the moment life breaks you, in order to rebuild you from the inside out. It's the beginning, when life pushes you toward awakening. A spiritual journey rarely begins with a plan. It begins with a pull, an inner recognition that life as it is no longer aligned with who you truly are. Many people feel this as dissatisfaction, emotional turbulence, an intuitive shift, or a strange inner knowing. And this is a gentle push from God. It's a calling. And this calling demands honesty, surrender, and radical self-love. It asks you to rise, because you're being moved out of a version of yourself that was built on conditioning, survival, old patterns, and fear, and into a version aligned with truth, consciousness, peace, and purpose. The catalyst, the mirror that awakens you. Every spiritual awakening has a catalyst. It can be a relationship, a loss, a recognition, or a life event that shakes your foundation. This catalyst mirrors your wounds, your fears, your shadows, and your unhealed patterns. It opens and heals your heart, but it also reveals everything that must be transformed. It doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to awaken you. It becomes the doorway into your rebirth. The moment it appears, your inner world activates, the realm where everything is already completed. And for the first time, you realize that something bigger is happening. This catalyst leads you inward, into the truth of yourself. You face old emotional wounds, inherited patterns, generational conditioning, and fears. You descend because you must face what has shaped your love, your choices, and your whole identity unconsciously. And you learn you cannot rise without going inward. You cannot receive without clearing. This phase feels like darkness, but it changes your life forever. You stop running, and you finally look into the mirror life is holding up for you. And you understand you cannot heal in the same environment that conditioned your wounds. So you step back from everything that no longer aligns with who you truly are. So the healing process starts. Healing is not about fixing yourself. It is about remembering who you were before fear entered your system. You start to set healthy boundaries. You choose yourself first. You learn to regulate your nervous system. And you reconnect with God. You rise, quietly but powerfully. And slowly your entire inner world recalibrates. You stop waiting for something outside of you, and you start becoming the version of yourself who is already everything you desire. You start realizing that manifestation begins in your inner world. Everything you've seen intuitively that was shown to you by God already exists. What God reveals is already completed. Your desires are spiritual memory. You don't manifest toward something. You manifest from the identity that was always given to you. And from this point on, you visualize as if it's done. You speak as if it's done. You walk as if it's done. You embody the outcome before it arrives. Your inner world becomes the source, and your external world becomes the reflection. Everything meant for you in the unseen realm is already done. So you stop manifesting from longing and you start manifesting from identity. This journey reveals the deepest truth. It was never about a circumstance or about the catalyst. It was always about coming home to yourself. It is the moment you stop reacting and you start creating. You stop hoping and you start knowing. And that's the moment when the vision becomes your reality. At this stage, your life begins to shift effortlessly. You attract differently, you speak differently, you choose differently, and you manifest differently because you are no longer trying to create a future. You're aligning with a destiny that was already written. Your energy becomes your identity. Your frequency becomes your path. And your inner world becomes your truth. And everything outside of you rearranges to match that. Thank you for listening, for witnessing how a spiritual breakdown becomes a spiritual breakthrough. In the next episode, we will explore the catalyst, what triggers spiritual awakening, why it feels so intense, and how it becomes the turning point of your whole life.